Alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing my new Magicshine Rouleur Photochromic sunglasses. Now these retail for about $60 and they are the cheapest sunglasses I've gotten yet. Maybe you've seen my Tifosi Rail review or my Sutro S from Oakley. $60 is a pretty good price for a nice pair of mountain biking glasses. And we're on my local trails today, so I'm hoping to test these out. Obviously it's very sunny out. The leaves have mostly fallen, but the trees are going to cast a lot of shadows. It's going to be pretty hard to see where the trail is since all the leaves are down. And I think we'll just try and test these glasses as best we can. So I'm wearing these with my Giro fixture mountain bike helmet. In all my previous reviews, I've been using this helmet with the Oakleys, with the Tifosis. So I've got that kind of standard helmet baseline. And they fit pretty well against my temples. They don't create any unnecessary pressure. The ends here are actually pretty rubbery. They actually curve in more than the other glasses, as in this distance here is smaller, but it's very flexible, so don't worry about that. It's not going to pinch the back of your head. They slide on super easily and they feel pretty snug. You know, patent pending rugged riding test. Riding the hardtail today, so maybe we'll get into some chunky terrain and see if they fall off. I don't think they will. Honestly, I'm very excited to have a photochromic setup because in the past I've bought glasses wanting to use their high contrast, high saturation lens, but it ends up being too dark when there's a lot of tree cover, which there obviously is in the Northeast where I live. When it's too bright, I wish that I had something darker like the high contrast, high saturation stuff. So this is kind of best of both worlds. Obviously you don't get multiple lenses in the package like the Tifosi Rail, but I would rather have something that transitions rather than worrying about carrying multiple lenses to the trailhead or in your backpack or fanny pack. So really excited to test these out, and I just want to do a quick comparison as to what the other glasses look like on my head, since these are a little bit smaller of a lens. So these are the Tifosi Rail that I've got. This is the high contrast, tinted lens. Coming in at $80, and this is one of the 3 lenses that it comes with. Definitely a bigger lens, really covers all the way up to the forehead of the helmet. And you kind of see the nose bridge a little bit more in your peripheral view, but honestly a great value. I definitely like to use these. Up next is the $190 Sutro S's. These are very expensive, only come with one lens. Buying replacement lenses is like $90, which is ridiculous. They do fit very comfortably. They're very lightweight feeling, but there's actually like hardly any rubber except for at the nose bridge. So that's kind of interesting. This is just hard plastic, but it does feel pretty comfortable. And honestly, I still like to wear these. I think the saturation prism technology is a little bit better than the Tifosis, but really these are competing against 2 different things. Just something to note, this is kind of where my glasses experience is coming from. So with that, I think we'll get to some riding. So as I noted, Magicshine sent me these glasses for review, and I think I'll start out by giving a quick spec list. How's this for a good angle? These glasses claim a UV 400 protection status, which means they block nearly 100% of harmful UV light rays. The 400 denotes the smallest wavelength of light it can block in nanometers. They feature an anti-glare back coating and 4 ventilation holes on the bottom edge of the lens. The photochromic lens can transition from Cat 1 to Cat 3 light levels, and I would say I find the light adjustment to happen very seamlessly. I didn't notice any delay in it transitioning from bright sunlight to dark or spotted tree cover. Now we're climbing in a little bit of a darker area, and the lenses change back. The frames themselves are made from TR90 and TPR. TR90 is a thermoplastic resin which has been used since the 90s and is a well-proven material. It is great for resisting impact and allows for excellent flexibility. It is also a hypoallergenic and skin-friendly material, so don't worry if you have sensitive skin or scalp. Apparently TR90 is naturally UV resistant as well. The TPR stands for thermoplastic rubber, which is most likely used for the ear rests and nose bridge pieces. They can maintain their properties across a wide range of temperatures, so you can be rest assured your nose bridge rubber won't be getting hard on you in the cold. Also, I gotta mention, the weight for these comes in at 29 grams, while the Tifosi rails are about 32, and the Oakley Sutros are whatever I put on the screen right now, because I forgot to look it up. All right, so here we're gonna drop into a little bit of a technical up and down shooty kind of section, full of leaves. We're gonna have to go pretty slow, but I expect the changing light conditions, and you know, it's just so dry. It might even get a little dusty. I don't know about you guys, but man, I don't know how people ride in dusty conditions without glasses. It is basically unrideable and super dangerous. So up here in the Northeast, it's been pretty dry the past couple of weeks. As you can see, the leaves are bone dry. They're practically crumbling under you. We're gonna try and ride it as best we can, but let's have some fun. First, we gotta slow up. While we drop in, I have to note I haven't experienced any fogging with the Rouleurs, but of course it hasn't been that cold yet. Also, they fit nicely with my Smith mainline full face helmet, which is always a huge plus, as I've gotten more into riding with glasses rather than goggles on my full face. Alright, see, now we're in a pretty dark area, some rhododendron or whatever these are, kind of tunnels, and I can see perfectly well. It's not getting too dark. Like the high contrast prism lenses from Oakley, you just get way too much darkness in here and you really can't see the trail that well. So I really like how these change with the different light conditions. So far, I have a couple rides with these glasses, and they are genuinely the most enjoyable pair of the three I own currently. I say that because as soon as I put them on, I actually forget that I'm wearing anything at all. That is one of the best compliments I can give, since any component or apparel that preoccupies our mind while riding probably isn't the right fit for us. Every time so far I finish my ride, I almost forget to take them off for my drive home because they're just as comfortable as my actual sunglasses. Alright, so if I was in the market to buy some photochromic sunglasses, would I be purchasing these Magicshine Rouleurs? And I have to say, I would highly recommend them and definitely be considering it on my short list. I just can't fathom spending $190, $200 for Oakleys ever again. In fact, one time I lost them and it was dreadful. I was so upset at myself for losing them, and they are not 3 times as good as these. They're just not. So it's nice to have something that's pretty reasonable. There are even cheaper options that aren't photochromic for like $55, $50. At the end of the day, we're all trying to have the best mountain bike experience for the least money possible, and I think these are definitely glasses to consider. So I'm going to leave a link to Magshine's website in the description below, and hopefully you enjoyed watching. And remember, stay venturing, my friends.